welcome back to Let's Review It, and today I'm looking at the Tomtom Rider 42 motorcycle sat-nav. For those of you who haven't seen the installation video that we've already done, click on the link in the description below. It should be of particular interest to those of you who ride sports bikes because, as you probably already know, Tomtom sat-navs all come with a bar mount, which is not great for modern sports bikes. They've got too much switchgear. Although don't rush out and buy a RAM mount just yet, and you'll see why in the video in just a second. So why am I reviewing a sat-nav that is effectively now a redundant model? There are new models out there like the 500 and the 550, which range from about £379 to about £500 for the premium 550 model. Well, you can pick this up, which is a 42 model, for about £279, and I think it's an absolute steal. What I really like about the Tomtom over the Garmin is that you can actually plan a thrill route. And traditionally motorcycle sat-navs are built for touring, and that's absolutely fine. But what if you just want to find some new roads to go for a bit of a scream at the weekend with your friends? So that's where the Tomtom's really good. So you can go in on the actual Tomtom itself and plan a thrill route, and you can adjust how hilly the route is, how technical it is, and it really does work. Alternatively, Tomtom have got a system where you can log in online and plan your route by waypoint. So you can plan a 2 or 3, 4, 5 hour journey, whatever you want to do, and generally speaking it's pretty accurate, and it does find roads that are, you know, specific for motorbikes. But as you'll see later on when I go out and do the test drive, actually it can also pick up on some pretty shit roads as well. So you're joining me on a particularly windy spring morning, which is good because the road's dry. I'm about to take my first ride with the Tomtom sat-nav. I've already got my route planned. I'm going to head to Silverstone, which is about 25 miles from where I am right now. So I'm going to take a relatively twisty route out there and a fairly straight route back. Hopefully stretch the 10R's legs. It's been tucked away all winter. And yeah, see how we get on. So here we go. So we made it here alive. First impressions are that you need to be careful with what you set into the system, otherwise you could end up down little horse tracks. Also the position of the sat-nav isn't quite right. If you have a look, it's almost straight up vertical. That's the only position I can get it where I can really see it. And subsequently, as you're riding, you're constantly having to look down, and when you're trying to get a bit of momentum on, that ain't good. So I need to have a look at that mount. But now we're going to change the settings up a little bit, do some motorway miles, and see if that's any better. So I'll let you know how I get on. Not quite what I had in mind, really. So I made it back. Interestingly, it didn't take me down any motorways. I thought it was going to divert me off down the M1. It didn't. It took me down the A roads. So good A roads actually. So yeah, so far so good. So what are the things that you need to know about the Tomtom 42? So it's got a 4.3 inch full colour display, which works very well. The only downside that I found when riding it on a sports bike with the orientation almost facing straight up was that you do get a little bit of light flare, but I don't think there's any way that you can get around that. So the Tomtom comes with an 8GB memory card as standard, and what that allows you to do is to plan your routes and save your routes on there. Obviously you could take the SD card out and upgrade it if you wanted to, but I've got quite a few routes saved on there, and actually the memory is fine. Being designed for bikes, of course, it is completely waterproof, and I've tested this, believe me. The screen is light sensitive and adjusts automatically, and also it's sensitive to your finger even when you're using a glove. And I've got really thick race gloves, and as you'll see, it works perfectly fine with gloves. You can change the sensitivity as well. At the moment I've got it set to its highest sensitivity, and without a glove on, you don't even need to touch the screen to get it to activate. You can just hover your finger over, and that's how sensitive the system is. Obviously you're given visual cues on the screen to tell you when to turn and whatnot. I found it quite difficult with the position of the sat-nav because of the RAM mount, but if it was a little bit further forward I'm sure that would be fine. But a good thing about the TomTom is that you can also pair it via Bluetooth to your intercom system, so you'll be able to hear it as well. Like any other sat-nav, the Tomtom Rider enables you to locate points of interest, places to refuel and overnight parking. There's a few other things that I think are quite cool as well, like the ability to record your journey and to look at your journey stats afterwards, although be careful who you show that to. Definitely don't show it to your wife. So that's it for the Tomtom Rider 42. Please feel free to leave your comments in the box below. Don't forget to like, follow, share and subscribe to the channel. The more support we get, the more reviews we can do. Quite equally, if there's anything that you want reviewed, feel free to put that in the comments below as well. Thanks very much for watching, and ride safe.